how can you go to Romania, right? There are certain scholarship opportunities that you could apply for, and the deadline is 31st of March, right? So you still have a plenty of time. If you want to go to Europe, this could be the best option for you. So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will see how can you go to Romania, right? There are certain scholarship opportunities that you could apply for, and the deadline is 31st of March, right? So you still have a plenty of time. If you want to go to Europe, this could be the best option for you. So we will talk about Romanian government scholarships, and if you're applying for bachelor's, master's, or PhD, you can secure this scholarship. But we do have some requirements, and perhaps there are some language requirements for bachelor's and master's that you need to apply only in the Romanian language, right? So let's quickly check through everything that they offer. So you first need to, of course, go to this website, studyinromania.gov.ro. So this is their official website where you will find this link. Apply for MFA scholarships. So you just need to simply click on that. It's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs scholarships for non-EU citizens, right? So if you are from Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, or any other Asian country and you want to move to Europe, so it could be the best option for you, right? Because this scholarship is explicitly for non-EU citizens, right? So of course, this is provided by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, right? So if you, of course, are interested in it, so you still need to go further and click on apply now. And here you will get this portal where you will need to, of course, create first your account and then complete the application form, right? But before that, you need to understand what are the requirements for this scholarship, how this all works, how can you apply, all the questions that you might have in your mind, right, regarding this scholarship. So of course, first we need to check what are the necessary documents. What exactly do you need to apply for this scholarship? So for that, you just simply click on documents. And here you have all the information that you need to know at this point, right? So say, for example, what are the conditions for awarding scholarships? Like say, for example, what you should have so that you can have this scholarship, right? So of course, first of all, you should be a non-EU citizen, right? For example, Pakistani, Indian, Sri Lankan, Nepali. So you should be non-EU citizen in order to secure this scholarship. You need to fill up a form, right? So first thing first, foreign citizens. And who qualifies for this? Of course, those of you who will complete the application form will attach all the documents that are required. I will tell you all the documents one by one in detail. And then, of course, who will comply with the enrollment deadline, for example, must apply before 31st of March and definitely have good results in education. So it's very competitive scholarship. So if you lie somewhere on the A grades, then only you can have this scholarship, right? So also, an important thing that this scholarship is not awarded for medicine, dental medicine, and pharmacy, right? All other disciplines are covered or could be covered under this scholarship. So, what level of study does the scholarship cover? So, it could be bachelor's, master's, or PhD program. So, say, for example, if you want to apply for the bachelor's degree or the master's degree, that would be of 2 years. You can, of course, apply for this scholarship, right? Now, the most important thing is the language of study. So for this scholarship, you need to keep in mind that the language requirement is Romanian, right? So if you're applying for undergrad, that's bachelor's, or if you're applying for master's studies, you can only study in Romanian, right? Now, it doesn't mean that if you do not know the language or if you do not understand Romanian, you cannot really apply for this scholarship. You still can, but then there is a process, and I'll explain in a minute, right? So for the PhD students, right, there is an exception that you could apply in English or any other foreign language by the doctoral schools. So, say, for example, you need to check with the corresponding department or program if they're offering, for example, PhD in marketing in English, then definitely you can apply for this Ministry of Foreign Affairs scholarship, right? And then you have this exception of studying PhD in the language you are applying for, right? So there is no compulsion of Romanian language only, right? So now, as I mentioned before, that you could still apply for this scholarship. So we have these categories of person who get exempt from enrolling in the Romanian language preparatory year. So before getting to the categories, you need to know that you can apply for this scholarship and you would start off with learning Romanian language. That's going to be your preparatory year. And it is basically, it's going to be 1 year and where you will study Romanian language prior to your degree, right? Say, for example, if you are doing bachelor's, so you will first study Romanian language for 1 year, and then you will start off with your degree and all the course and requirements, right? So now there are, of course, some categories of people or students who could exempt from enrolling for preparatory language year. So if you have, of course, studied in Romanian language, then of course you don't need to go for this preparatory year. And of course, if you are the one who has already this Romanian language test. And of course, it is organized by the regulations in force. For example, some particular institutions, then of course you don't need to have this Romanian year before your degree, right? So this is something that you need to keep in mind when you're applying for this scholarship, because you need to, in one way or other, learn Romanian language, right? So if you are someone who really needs or wants to apply for this scholarship, I would suggest that start preparing for Romanian language from now. And something should be in your CV or in your personal statement that you could aid or kind of boost up your profile that, okay, I'm already learning or working on Romanian language, right? So this is how I think you can make your application strong enough and could compete in the bigger pool of competitive students across the world, right? So how can you, of course, submit the files or fill up the application? So you need to access this platform. I'll drop all the links in the description below and you can check over there. So the language of the platform would be English or French. And of course, there are some dates and deadlines. For example, the deadline for submitting application is March 31st, 2025. And this is like set of documents that you need to attach with your application. For example, copies of diplomas, of course, the certificates, copies of transcripts, and all of them should be like tested, right? So copy of your birth certificate, or I mean, in simple way, it's like your document, right? And a copy of first 3 pages of valid passport, your CV in English, French, or Romanian language, right? And this is something for the doctoral candidates specifically, like they would need to attach their list of scientific work. For example, if they have publications and stuff, they need to attach proposed research project. For example, what kind of topic they're interested in. You can check this video above on the I button. I've explained how could you prepare a research proposal or the best SOP. And of course, you need to have an agreement of a tutor, which means that you first need to get this supervision letter from one of the professors in the doctoral school in order to apply for this scholarship, which means that you need to email those professors and ask for their supervision. And if they agree, then only you can apply for this scholarship and can secure it, right? So these documents should be in English, French, or Romanian language, right? So here are some like special requirements for special people. For example, if you have changed your name, then you should attach the copy of proof and all those things, right? You can just read through them. So the most important thing is that, of course, all study document must be up-styled. So I will create another video in which I will explain how could you get your documents up-styled from Pakistan, India, Malaysia, Nepal, Indonesia, or any other Chinese country or stuff like mainly for Asian countries, you need to have this apostille documentation, right? And of course, your documents must be scanned individually. Try to always scan your documents in high resolution, so it does give a good impression to the evaluator or the reviewer who is reviewing your application, right? And then here you could see all other details, like when you're gonna get the scholarship results and other things, visa purposes and stuff like that, right? So all in all, it's a good opportunity for you to consider. And I must say that it's something that every student should try. It takes nothing to try and apply for the scholarship, right? So if you guys really need my help with explaining how could you create an account on the portal and how can you apply for this scholarship, what steps you need to take in mind, and how you should organize your documents and stuff like that, please comment below and I will try to create another video, right? One more thing that I would like to explain at this point is like, what does this scholarship cover? For example, what actually you're going to get, right? So for example, from this scholarship, of course, you will not pay any registration fee or any application processing fee, right? Your tuition fee will also be waived off, right? So you will not pay any expenses for the tuition fee. You will receive a monthly scholarship, and you will also receive an accommodation expenses in the student dormitories within the university or perhaps close by the university by the Ministry of Education and Research, right? So all in all, it's a good scholarship. Of course, your tuition is covered, your accommodation is covered, you will get stipend for your food and day-to-day expenses. So what are you waiting for? So do prepare your documents on time and apply. So if you, of course, have other questions that you might want to know, that if you can apply for more application, what should be the language of study, stuff like that. So you could go through the FAQ list they have given here on their main page, right? So just simply click on apply MFA and go down, and here you will see this FAQ page, frequently asked questions, right? So I hope and I believe that I was able to cover everything in this video. So if you still have any questions or concerns, do let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video.